Hey there, City Light family. Pastor Chris here, and I'm excited to be with you guys again today. A famous pastor, D.L. Moody, once penned these words in his Bible next to Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. He wrote, "I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. What I can do, I ought to do. And what I ought to do, by the grace of God, I will do." You see, studying someone such as Queen Esther or other biblical characters can sometimes cause us to kind of stall out rather than actually move forward in our faith and move forward in our lives. You see, all of these people tend to loom larger than life in our imaginations, and we forget that they were human and had to make daily choices, which led to their great overall impact. You see, some of these choices were large, like Esther entering the king's chambers unannounced. Others were seemingly small, like following the eunuch's advice on what to bring with her when she saw the king for the very first time. Right? But large and small choices add up to build the totality of a story and the power of an impact. Yet in our culture, which is largely bent on entertainment, movies, and competitions on a grand scale, we see things like The Voice, American Idol, America's Got Talent, just to name a few. Right? We can sometimes lessen the value we place on everyday obedience in the smallest of things. The reality is that we've been brainwashed with this idea that we have to be the hero. Right? That if I'm not the hero, if I don't save the day, then I've failed. You see, but reaching your destination, reaching your destiny on the road that God has placed you requires a step-by-step process to get there. It demands faithfulness along the journey, and it calls for being steadfast even in those times that may seem inconsequential or trivial. Right? Heroes are heroes because they made wise choices, even when those choices seem small. There was consistency in their obedience. You see, just like driving, there are mile markers that tell us we're heading in the right direction. The same goes for our spiritual journey as well, right? These mile markers enable us to keep going even when nothing super incredible seems to be taking place at that particular moment. You see, D.L. Moody recognized his limitations, and he acknowledged that he could only do what he could do. But it was this level of wisdom that enabled him to do all that he, as one man, could do. History would go on to prove that what he did was more than most. See, here's what I want to leave you with today. Never belittle the solitary steps or the long, endless drives on the road that God has called you to. When you're faithful in little, He will cause those little things to add up over time. You see, it's those small choices of obedience that leave a big impact. I love you guys. City Light family, we are praying for you guys. Praying that you guys are blessed. Love you. We'll see you next time.